Okay. So there's 3 shapes I've given you there. Worksheets. All right. Now I want to just go through. So the shapes that we're talking about, I want you to know how to find the area of a triangle to start with. Now, if you already know, does anyone already know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Times width.
Length times width of a triangle.
Length height.
So does anyone know how to find the area of a triangle?
Something times height.
No, it's times that
Length and
pi. Pi equals.
Right, let me just start with a triangle that's made from a rectangle. So we were just working on something very similar. So if we know that this is a right angled triangle and that's a 3 by 8, how can I find the area of that triangle? Got it?
You could first find the area of the rectangle
Yeah,
and then half.
exactly. So what we can do there is we can find the area of the rectangle that would be made. Okay?
I remember this.
The area of the rectangle. Alright,
Alright.
so 3 times 8.
24.
Alright? And then we
Half
half of it. So we divide it by 2. So the answer would be 12. Okay? Now I better put some units in, so let's say it's centimetres and centimetres. It would be centimetres, so square
Is
centimetres.
there a way of doing it without having to?
No.
Okay. I'm recording this, so everything that comes through as other people talking while I'm talking will be in the video. Okay, because it's happening and I can hear it. Okay, so we've got the base right angled triangle, so you can see that we would make a rectangle if I doubled it, so we kind of have this. Now, you may have heard this. This we can call the base, and this would be the height. So a formula could be,
Base times height.
yeah, base times height divided by 2.
We learned
There's a Miss Checker.
Yes, well that's why I asked you, what's the area of a triangle, and no one told me. So we forgot. Okay.
We forget everything.
Now, what's important then is that we can apply it here. So if I said to you, this was 5 and this was 7, okay, and I asked you, can you tell me the area of that triangle?
Yeah.
Why not? Well, that's not a reason for not being able to do it.
Because you cannot have them.
Oh,
Yeah. Guys, because it's a decimal is not a reason to not be able to do so. You've got a calculator. What I'm asking you is it actually possible at this stage for you to tell me the area? So, for instance, are you going to do 5 times 7 divided by 2?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
it's not a right angle.
Okay.
You cannot.
Izzy, what were you going to say?
I probably wrong, but is the base actually the unknown? And the height is 3 centimeters, and then the 8 is.
What?
I don't know.
So, there's no conspiracy going on. I'm not trying to. Guys,
No.
question: can we use Pythagoras' theorem?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
What don't we have?
We don't have an angle.
But we don't need
Yes.
We
We don't have
We don't need the hypotenuse. You can still apply.
Guys, you are just shouting out, which is very, very difficult to follow. So you need to stop. So we don't have an angle, so that would suggest we maybe could use Pythagoras' theorem. But what type of triangle is it? Not a right angle triangle. Yeah, but guys, stop. The one underneath has been done. I'm not asking you how to do that. It's done. I'm asking you to do the one on top, and I'm asking you, do we do so the same thing again? Are we doing base? Is this the height? Can I do 5 times 7 divided by 2, which would be 35 divided by 2, which would make 17.5. There's no problem with the numbers apart from is it correct? Have I done the right thing with those numbers? Yes or no?
Actually,
It is what you were
Right, so Izzy's kind of halfway
I am.
there
I am.
in that I don't think she knows why, but she's there indicates that the base of the triangle is determined by
The
the height. There's no hypotenuse because we've not got a right angle triangle. Now, do we know the height of the triangle?
No, we don't, because that's the height. The unknown's the height.
Right.
What?
This here, pay attention at this point. Stop your own talk. The height of the triangle is not necessarily one of the sides of the triangle. The height,
I'm in the triangle.
that's why I said no.
Oh,
but you didn't tell me why.
Oh, I didn't.
Because it is. Because that's the
Right.
longest point.
The height of the triangle is, you go from the base and you have to go at right
I was
angles.
trying to say that, but it didn't come out.
Okay. So the height is actually this distance here, not the 5. So this is incorrect.
Wrong.
Okay. So we use the formula base times height, but the height, okay, we need to explain the height. The height is perpendicular to
The base.
the base. Perpendicular. Do you know what perpendicular means?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
What is
Perpendicular
is like
when it intersects.
because parallel is like
Guys, you're all just shouting out. Perpendicular. Parallel is,
parallel is like that, and then perpendicular is like
yeah,
that.
so perpendicular means at right angles, so 90 degrees. Okay? Right. So, with a triangle, we have to know the height. If we're told extra information, it doesn't really matter. So, let's just check. So, one of the questions that you've been given, I can always go back and show you these
How do
notes.
you tell which one's
Well,
the height and which one's the
Let's have a look then. So we've got this triangle on one of your sheets. Okay? So it makes it quite obvious. Come on. So the distances we've got are, what does it say, 23 foot?
Yes.
This one's
20.
20 foot,
In the middle is 12. And 30 feet.
30, and this is 12. Okay, so we're dealing in feet, so we're dealing in imperial units. So again, what we need to do for the area, base times height, divide by 2. So what is the base?
The base is
30. What's the height? 12.
perpendicular. I know.
So, because we've been given the information, right, we know they've kind of drawn it on for us on a lot of these. So we've been told that that is therefore the base because the height that I've been given is perpendicular. Okay? So you're basically told that's the height, that's the base. Do I need the 20 and 23 to work out the area?
No.
No. That's a big thing. A lot of people, when they do the areas of triangles, they just start multiplying everything together and then divide by 2 at the end because they sort of remember. We only need the base times the height. Do you know the answer?
Yes, 180.
180 square foot. Alright? Okay, so that's it for the triangles.
Yeah.
Alright, so you can work out area and perimeter of those on the sheet.
So why is 23 there?
Why is it there?
It's
Just
irrelevant.
this. It's an irrelevant piece of
And
now
you have to do
on the sheet. If everyone looks on the sheet, it asks you for two things: perimeter and area. Now we don't need the 23 or the 20 to work out the area, but we do need it for the perimeter.
The perimeter we just add them all up.
The perimeter is just all the sides added up.
Yes,
Yes.
so the perimeter is 23 plus 20
Plus 30.
plus 30, which equals
73.
73 foot.
I didn't even use
Right.
that calculator.
Now, do you notice, guys, do you notice that in both of those, it doesn't use all the numbers? So the 23 and the 20 are irrelevant for the area, okay? So we only use the 12 and the 30, but for perimeter, the 12 is irrelevant because it's not one of the sides. So there is information that we don't need to use. Don't try and cram it all into one question. Have a go at doing those triangles. Should be able to rattle through quite quickly.